Anna Elizabeth Michael, known as Anneliese, was born on the 21st of September 1952 in Bavaria, West Germany. Anneliese was raised Roman Catholic by her parents Joseph and Anna, who were deeply religious. When Anneliese was a teenager, she was put through psychiatric care, and at 16 she suffered a seizure. She began to convulse before waking up in a trance and wetting the bed. This led to her being diagnosed with psychosis caused by temporal lobe epilepsy. Soon after, she was also diagnosed with depression and was treated in a psychiatric hospital. However, her family did not believe in these medical conditions. They thought Anneliese was possessed. Welcome to On a Darker Note. If you like true crime and the darker side of history, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Temporal lobe epilepsy can cause seizures, loss of memory, as well as visual and audible hallucinations. It can also cause Geschwin syndrome, which can be marked by hyperreligiosity. This is when a person will end up with abnormal beliefs and a focus on religion. At the age of 21, Anneliese was enrolled at the University of Würzburg and began taking medication for her epilepsy. However, this medication did not help her. She began to become intolerant of religious objects and could hear voices which were telling her she was damned and would rot in hell. She believed these voices were demons and she could see the face of the devil. Anneliese and her entire family believed she was possessed by a demon and failed to see that it was a failure of her medication. Her family appealed to the church for an exorcism, but they were rejected at first, with priests recommending they continue with her medical treatment. They were also advised they would need permission from a bishop to perform an exorcism, as the Catholic Church has a strict criteria for performing them. During this time, Anneliese's condition had drastically worsened. She drank her own urine, ate insects, harmed herself. She also did 400 squats a day and bit a head off a bird. After a while of searching, her parents finally found a priest who was willing to perform the exorcism. Father Ernst Alt sought permission from Bishop Joseph Stangl after telling the family he did not believe these were seizures. With permission, they held the first session in secret on the 24th of September 1975. In total, 67 exorcisms would be held over 10 months. Anneliese spoke of dying to atone for the wayward youth of the day and the apostate priests of the modern church. These sessions would last up to 4 hours, and in these Anneliese said she was possessed by 6 demons: Lucifer, Cain, Judas, Hitler, Nero, and a disgraced priest called Fleischmann. She said these 6 demons were fighting within her. Anneliese broke her knees, but despite this she still continued to kneel and pray. Her family stopped seeing doctors at her request. She then began refusing to eat food and slowly deteriorated further. 10 months after her first exorcism, Anneliese died from malnutrition and dehydration on the 1st of July 1976, aged just 23. She weighed only 33 kilograms, had broken knees and could not move on her own, and had pneumonia. Her parents and the 2 priests were charged with negligent homicide. During the exorcisms, they recorded Anneliese, and these recordings were played in court as the guilty tried to prove Anneliese was possessed. The state prosecutor found Anneliese could have been saved even up to a week before her death. The state recommended the priests be given just a fine, while the parents should be exempt from punishment as they had already suffered enough. The trial began on the 30th of March 1978. Doctors testified she was not possessed and Anneliese was suffering the psychological effects of her conditions. It was argued that the exorcism was legal and that Anneliese was freed from the possession right before her death. The bishop who originally granted permission from the exorcism claimed he did not know about her medical condition. A month later, all 4 were found guilty of negligent homicide, but were only given suspended 6-month prison sentences and 3 years of probation. This case drew national attention, particularly on the church, who later retracted claims of her being possessed. In February 1978, Anneliese was exhumed as her family wished to rebury her in a more expensive coffin. Her gravesite is a pilgrimage site for people who actually believe she atoned for the youth. After this incident, exorcisms greatly declined, although the last pope did support them. In 2006, Anna, Anneliese's mother, said she did not regret her actions. The family home burned down in 2013 from arson, although some people claimed it was linked to the exorcism. In 2005, The Exorcism of Emily Rose was released, loosely based on this case. What do you think? Do you believe Anneliese was actually possessed? Do you think the parents and the priests should have had a tougher prison sentence? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.